Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game, and we are entering Act 3 of Master of Command, playing as Russia, and specifically the Freikorps. Now, we have just, of course, come out of the last battle, so let's briefly check on what kind of equipment we have, what we need, and what kind of upgrades we want, because we are not going to be able to buy much. The land is pretty much devastated, so yeah, let's see what we've got. I think the first thing that I want to do is just take a look at the casualties that we took over here. And it looks like especially our grenadiers, because they are charging into the enemy, do take quite a significant amount of casualties here. That's going to be alleviated somewhat because we've got the field hospitals, but I would like to do a little bit better, so we're going to buy another slot here and give you the herbs so that you are a little bit better than that. The Jaegers did also take a significant amount of casualties here because they're typically standing in the front, but I think I'm gonna be fine with that for now. That being said, I think these guys here can get rid of the veterans again, because probably you're not gonna be with us that much longer. We're gonna probably replace you with some of the better guys that we have time. So I suppose we can just try to get you on the casualty restored one. And then we are going to exchange these boots here, so they are going to be a little bit better. You've got the nice boots. You guys could potentially get some. What's your movement speed? Your movement speed is slightly lacking, so you're going to get these. That's fine. Then we've got the good coffee. I think one of our units at least has ordinary coffee, so let's exchange that. The rest of the stuff I think we can basically sell. But maybe not these crosses. I think they would be good on some of our grenadiers here just for the increased charge. That does leave us with not that much money, to be honest. So let's see. I would like very much, I think, to give these guys to this unit over here. The veterans gain plus 15%, so yeah, that is better than that. Movement speed and stamina, I think we can switch that around for the moment being. And the rest of the stuff I don't think we need. It's nice to have excellent cheese, but it doesn't seem to be that relevant for us. Right, I think our first objective here is going to be to get the 4 convoys. Now, there are 2 convoys over here, there's one over there, and there are 2 up here. So, I could go to the north, but it seems that's honestly a little bit more awkward. So, I think we're going to go due east, because that allows us to grab these things on the road a little bit more, and that's potentially a bit faster. And that will then allow us to replace these Jaegers with these special Jaegers, whose name I forgot. And that's going to be fine. What do we need? Coin, always good. Ammunition. I think ammunition is would be nice because that would potentially allow us to fight a couple of battles without increased ammo. So yeah, let's do that. Then continue on this road. There is a battlefield up here. There was also a battlefield up there, by the way. It's a bit awkward with the hills and this stuff, so maybe we're gonna go... Yes, we could. Okay, yeah, let's go by there. And then loop around in the north. Okay, another fortification there. Battlefield. Rob the graves. 9 attrition? No. We're going to leave them in peace. Because 64 talers honestly is not that much for us. Right, so let's get into Jacobstadt. Which seems to be not in great shape. It does have less cavalry recruitable, that's fine. Fewer items at stores, that's an issue. And all purchase prices bad. That I dislike. Right, so yeah, let's see what we can buy. Nevertheless, I mean, we're gonna find that everything is expensive anyway, everywhere, right? Okay, powder house. Yes, I would like the excellent earthworks. I would also like this stuff. That's nice. And the ammo consumption is useful, as are some of these grenades. Basically, town square. Excellent coffee, excellent herbs, good pipes, that's nice. Quartermaster, yeah, I think there are some good things here that we potentially want to buy. So let's... Ooh, this is nice. Military treaties here of Wilhelm. And then, in terms of officers, stamina, artillery range, yeah, I mean, they're a bit too all over the place, to be honest. Reload speed and melee damage. That could be good for grenadiers, but we've got a pretty good grenadier officer anyway. Okay, so yeah, let's barracks. I don't think we need to be concerned about that because we've got pretty much everything that we need. Right, sell stuff. Sell all of the stuff. They don't have much money though. And I think we want the gunner's implements and the elevation screws because they're just better that way. These things I need to confirm whether we've got good stuff there. But firstly, let's get over here. You guys can increase the max range by another 5%. That's lovely. You can then increase that by another 5% too. That's lovely too. This stuff we can potentially sell because I think everyone has that who needs that, because especially these guys here, I want you to fire fast. So yeah, that can be sold off. Speaking of firing fast, you've got the excellent one there. You've got a good one there, so that's fine. You and you are basically on the same page there. So let's give that to you. That can then go. Fantastic. Okay. I think we can sell all of that stuff. And we've got the money. Right, there we go, go. Sell all of that. And by we've got the money, I mean they've got the money. Right, okay, let's double check on the earthworks and the shoes, I suppose. That stuff, I think we've basically got that covered. Okay, so earthworks, sorry, not earthworks, the entrenchment tools. You've got excellent stuff there already. I would like a little bit more on these two guys. And we're gonna need to buy stuff for that, I think. It would be good. It's not an urgent thing, though. So let's park that for a second. The excellent things here, I mean, it's expensive. And is it actually that much better? 20 versus 30? It is good. It is good. I mean, you guys have just the basic ones, so I think we can actually buy at least the good ones here. Or the excellent ones, rather. Get the excellent ones to you, get the good ones to you. That leaves us with these. Okay, so we spent 200 on that, that's fine. And you know what, we're gonna buy this. We also need to double check on the ammo consumption one here. Right. Notice, by the way, that we can... I mean, the price difference here is not that big. Right, okay, excellent limber chest. You guys have an excellent limber chest. You guys have an excellent one too. That's minus 10%. That is minus 30%. I think we're going to do that because some of our guys here are really rapid fire. Like you, for example. So let's exchange these. That would reduce your speed? No, it wouldn't. It would reduce your stamina. That's fine. I don't think we need the stamina. Right. Ammo consumption minus 55% at the cost of 2 stamina. I think that's better than what we've got here, right? It is actually the same. But I do like the minus 55%. We're gonna buy it. We're gonna give that to you and this to you. That leaves us with a minus 35%. Are any of you using that? You're using something like that. Yeah, that's fine, I think. And this stuff we can sell. We don't need that. Right. Are we gonna buy the excellent earthworks? Yeah, I think so. Just one more of these. There we go. Yeah, we're burning through our cash here, but I think that's where we're really worth it. Don't think we want to get the large pack of grenades. That's fine. Foundry. That stuff's all too expensive and not really that great anyway. So Staff College then. I think these treaties here, reload speed, are fantastic. I think the veterancy gain is fantastic. I think the morale and morale damage received is not that useful. The fire damage received minus 15% and accuracy plus 8. I think we've got a couple of these treaties, but they're just good. And always these things that increase that by 5 percentage points every time, that is pretty good. Do we have the reload speed? Okay, you know what? We're gonna buy... We're certainly gonna buy the reload speed and the movement speed. The movement speed is useful. We are often challenged on that, I find, in trying to get into position fast enough. You've got the cover bonus, that's fine. Are we gonna treat accuracy for reload speed? I think so. And movement speed. It is, right? Okay, that's just the same. Start and move speed. That's how don't have any treat. Okay, so we're gonna keep that. We are starting to run out of money a little bit. Let's double check then. Anything else that we need? No. Stables? Well, maybe stables. We've got an 1814 excellent basket. 1814. That is probably better than what we've got right now. Yeah, it is. Quite significantly though. Let's buy it. Be a little bit good to our cavalry. 1814 it is. 1410. That's worse. That's alright. I guess that's slightly better. Not that good in melee, but you guys shouldn't be stuck in melee for too long, so I'm confident with this. Hussar sabers, 1410. I think we've got these, right? No, these things are much better anyway. Okay, fine. Nothing here then. Oh, well, I said that. Excellent. Can we even afford these? So we've got heavy saddles. If we exchange these, we'd be at negative money. I suppose we don't need this stuff. Wait, what? Oh no, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's do it. Marginal benefits here, but I think that's alright. No, that's not what I meant. What I meant. You do have slot left. I need to keep that in mind. Give you something useful over time once we earn it. Right. That being said, let's move into the slums and then to the convoy. And hopefully... Ooh, there's an army. Let's look at these. So, even the normal armies at this point have 13,000 men. But they're gonna try to run away. That's fine. Ooh, very lovely. Okay, since we've got the field hospital now, we can get rid of this village. That's cool. So let's try to catch up to these guys, and then do the Battle of Jacobstadt. Oh, I do need to fire a couple of people, by the way. Right, grenadiers, horse grenadiers. These are always fun. Cossacks and a bit of field artillery. Right. I mean, basically, these armies are like the elite armies that we were facing in the last run. So let's see how well we're gonna do. Oh, and I forgot my timer, so I don't actually know how much time this episode is going to take. So, yeah, I think we're just going to fight the battle, potentially resolve the last event there, and that should be fine. Right. I mean, this is just a normal army, and look at their line. Okay, where are we going to go? I like this forest. I like this side. That's a good long range there. Okay, yeah. Right, so normal guys, get over here, get into attack column as you usually do. You know what, I think what I'm gonna try is do a column for once. And then try to get you into that even faster. And then the grenadiers, gonna have you move up here. You can stick in an attack column, because we're probably gonna move out with the attack column there. Right, that's good. Okay, you guys, you are our canister shot guys. You're gonna go in the center in between these two things. I like that. All of our Jägers are going to just skirmish in the front, I guess. We can potentially have them split up a little. Okay, you guys go on the right. You guys go on the left. Do that? Yeah, okay, now you did. Okay, cavalry. Gonna keep you in reserve a little bit. And gonna keep the dragoons all the way on the right. The dragoons need to be supported though. So let's have the dragoons be supported by the hussars. Cuirassiers are gonna be behind these guys, and these hussars are gonna be behind the grenadiers. That's fine. Then the rest of our artillery, minus our king, can go in the center too, right? Maybe on this hill. Yeah, I think we're gonna vaguely go on that hill. Fantastic. Let's go. Right. Move. Okay, I need to pause here for a second to get everyone where they're supposed to be. Right, run. Move there. Move there. Move on that hill. You need to run. All of this artillery move up here, except for these guys are going to move there. And now I can go back to normal speed here. Tell you to run for at least a little bit. Perseus, we're going to move behind you. Freikorps Jägers, forgot about you. There. Move to the flank. Nice. Speaking of the flank, cavalry moves up. Good, good, good. King, we're not usually using you, but let's keep you in the back as such. And all of you guys, I'm actually going to go to melee, except of course for the dragoons. But the dragoons can go to quarter shot, that's fine. Question is, are we going to do that on the grenadiers? I think what we're going to do on the grenadiers, at least on these guys, we're going to go to the buckshot right away. Good. Okay, you guys are starting to lose a little bit of your casualties, but I think it's fine to have you run anyway. Okay. Accelerate time here. Right, you guys get on the hill. You guys get on the hill. You guys, the Freikorps artillery. We're gonna move you into the forest actually. That should be a-okay. You can move slightly further to the back here. Right, and you guys unlimber. And you guys unlimber. Fantastic. Good. Can you launch at their field artillery? They're actually doing that already. They took some casualties, which is lovely. So did our grenadiers though, so that's not nice. Okay, you're shooting at the artillery there, that's cool. You can toggle that. And then our normal line infantry can actually get into a line. And move there. Freikorps Jägers do stick in this formation a little bit. You can get over here. These guys can get ready to move into their flank there. And that should be good. Okay, where's their cavalry? Seems to be more or less in the center. Okay, our grenadiers are taking a lot of casualties now. I mean, they are in a bad formation. Gotta admit that. But that's just gonna be the way it is, isn't it? Right, you know what? You can actually grape shot the artillery. Or their musketeers. Grenadiers, rather. Gotta get rid of the second piece of artillery too. Okay, they are recovering though. Let's make sure that they don't. Because these guys haven't really lost morale. These guys have. Okay, you guys can shoot too, unless you are not limbered. Right, nice shot there. I thought it took some casualties there, but it seems like that was not the case. Right, our grenadiers are taking casualties. Everyone is sort of catching their breath. Cool. You guys do get into an even longer line. Jägers. I'm slightly concerned that the left side here is going to clash earlier, which I don't necessarily love. Interesting to see how far I pushed up my artillery. Didn't really expect that. Come on. Do get rid of the artillery, please. It seems like they are pushing up a little bit here now. Suppose we can move you guys up. Okay, since we are apparently clashing on the left here rather than on the right. Maybe these hussars. Okay, grenadiers are facing off against us now. Okay, let's actually try to shoot you guys. And I can potentially take canister shot. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend you to a line formation. Move you out of the way a little bit. Same over here on the right flank. Going to move you up here. And then have you move a little bit more like backing up. Which allows you to take the canister shot. You can get into melee at some point. Ooh, okay, not good. You guys need to move back and fast, please. Face off against their grenadiers. Okay, let's see how this canister shot is what that's going to do at this range. Come on. Did you shoot? I didn't witness you shoot. Well, I see they're taking casualties, but a bit less than I expected. Right. Okay, guys, try to counter these guys. Yeah, their center really isn't advancing. They're really getting to the flanks here, aren't they? Things are not going well for us, I have to admit. Let's get in a line. You're already in a line, aren't you? Right. Not good. Not good. I think I misplayed that a little bit. Let's try to take out these guys there in the center. You're going to be alright. You can kill these guys, I guess. You need to move up. As do these Jaegers. To counter them. This is a bit of a mess down here. Didn't I tell you to get in a line? I did, but it doesn't really look like a line. And we are being outflanked here on the left. Where are our cuirassiers? Please do come over. Well, I mean, this is not looking great either. Way too many people here. Yeah, we're being taught a lesson here in humility. Humility, not humidity. Right, come on, guys. Dude, get rid of the grenadiers. What's happening here? You're not doing as much damage. You're firing canister shot at a very close range here into a packed unit of grenadiers. That should be doing more damage. Okay, what I think what we can do is filter you guys on the left here. Have you guys face off against that cavalry a little bit more. You guys are ready to potentially charge. I think we need to roll up their flank and do something dramatic. That dramatic thing is I'm going to wait until these guys have reloaded. Briefly keep an eye on the left here. Yeah, okay, right. Lifeguard. Turn around. Fast. You guys, move down here. Especially the Jaegers. Dragoons, face off. Hussars, face off against their Cossacks. Okay, Grenadiers are moving. You guys, they have reloaded. Let's have the Jaegers engage these guys. The Grenadiers are going to run up here. Okay, the Grenadiers are going to wait. The Jaegers are going to face off against these guys. Wait until they have shot. Okay, got some people to retreat there. Okay, what is our artillery doing? Prussian horse. Okay, now you guys are getting some kills here. With canister shot, close range, love that. Rest of the line is doing fine. You guys are going to be... Ah, damn it. Damn it. And the one concern here I have is that it is a bit micro heavy. Right, lifeguards. Turn around. Turn around to engage these guys. Yeah, like that. Quick, please. You guys go for these guys. You guys go for these guys. You guys go for these guys. Basically break them quickly. Jägers. Grenadiers. These grenadiers can likewise switch to buck and ball, and then we're gonna hit them there. Right, you're gonna do this. You're trying to deal with them. Okay, let's wait until these guys have reloaded. Fired. And once they've done that, bam, 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 come on, bam, 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 run, run, and throw grenades, like there, and we're gonna see how that turns out. Were we being driven off here? Our hussars did break against these guys. That's not good. At least we are causing enough damage now. But Jesus, that's not good. Okay, I think we haven't seen that in a while. Well, I do need to keep an eye on this. I'm hoping that you threw your grenades. No, you didn't. Come on, throw it. Just don't know why they don't. Throw grenades. Throw grenades. There you go. Dodge. And wham. What on earth is going on with these Cossacks? They were being driven off by our grenadiers, that's fine. Waco Hussars, you're doing okay. You guys shoot these guys. Roll up the flank here. You guys have dealt with that. So you're gonna charge into that then. The Hussars, I want you to charge the cavalry. Right hand flank is doing fine. Except our dragoons. We're sort of battling off against the infantry. Really hate to see that. Really, really bad play here on my end. Apparently these... Jesus Christ. Our grenadiers were being caught up by these guys as they were retreating, I think. Or maybe I misread that and they weren't actually retreating. Okay, grenadiers are clashing there now. Okay, at least we shattered them. Come on, Hussars. Can you please deal with our grenadiers there? Or bail out our grenadiers, rather. Okay, you guys stop. What are you actually doing all the way over here? Ah, not good. Wow. Wow. What a bad play. 2 of our units routed. Not good at all. I'm not proud of what was happening here. Come on now. Get rid of the arty. And let's end this horrible, horrible battle. I was being way too cocky to properly play this. Okay, who's left standing? Just these guys? Yeah, that's not going to take long though. There we go. You can reload while you're moving, everyone else can't, which is really nice. You guys are running, come on. They've got excellent morale, by the way. Charge them in their rear. Hit them before that. You guys charge too. And they drove off the dragoons. Yeah. Woo. What a horrible, horrible battle. Yeah, we need to be much more careful. And the thing is, we don't really have that much ability to grow. Because we don't have that... we're basically capped out on a lot of our equipment. So, whew, this is going to be a tough fight here for the rest of that. Lost 3,000 men. We're going to take prisoners for sure. 3,000 men. I mean, we are regaining quite a couple of these, I have to say. Especially on the Grenadiers. Yeah, I didn't micro them too well. They were standing in that forest. Not my proudest moment, I have to say. But okay. Okay, no promotions for you guys, no promotions for you. Everyone else is sort of... has got all of the promotions that they're ever going to get. Couple of good things. Melee damage here on you guys. Morale plus 10 melee damage. That's lovely. This stuff can be sold now. That can be sold. You guys have this, which is slightly lower melee damage. That's cool. Suppose I can give that to you. Fire damage and accuracy, that's something that we potentially want to keep. Morale and movement speed. I think this is not really that good for us. So all of that stuff will go. This stuff, we could give that to you at some point. This I think is pretty good. 35%. 35%. It seems we're not using that right now, but we could be using that in the future. Whew, let's briefly do the convoy, see whether we can get anything good up here. Oh, by the way, before I do that, let's put you over here for a second. Let's reduce your manpower and your ammo, and that reduced state, you're gonna be disbanded. You're back in here. Fine, good. Let's go to the convoy. Ransom off the prisoners, take on volunteers, equip the men. No, don't think we need that. There's 2 recruit infantries. Okay, that would be interesting in a future run. Talents and ammunition. Yeah, I think ammunition is what we need right now. And Talus is never a bad choice. So, that's fine. Let's go to the next convoys. Let's move our way up here, get our new recruits, and see that we can fight better battles in the future. They will need to be better. That being said, I think that is a good place to put in a cut. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Do let me know your thoughts, what I could have done better, and I'll see you around next time. Bye-bye.